Dear the United Nations Refugee Agency, UNHCR, and High Commissioner's representative in Greece, Mr. Philippe Leclerc, I am hereby once again requesting an urgent meeting with UNHCR in order to discuss the continuation of my dire and unresolved situation. As UNHCR must be aware, I am a beneficiary of international protection, practically a stateless person in exile for over 15 years who has been held hostage in Greece for over 5 years, where I am also systematically being deprived of everything, of even livelihoods, and also relentlessly being subjected to systematic degradation, humiliation, and torture for all these many years, almost on a daily basis. Since nearly 1.5 years from my illegal deportation from Sweden back to Greece in September 2015, which came as a direct result of an initial and shameful misdirection, false and incomplete information given to me in Greece, and due to total lack of protection in this country, I have announced a hunger strike and protest at the doorsteps of the United Nations Refugee Agency on March 21st, 2017, and have been requesting the organization's assistance for my resettlement in another country outside this continent, or alternatively to be assisted in obtaining a safe and legal way of entry to a country of asylum, i.e. Canada, US, or Australia. Although my hunger strike came to an halt after 64 days, but I'm still up to this date continuing my persisting protest at the doorsteps of the organization, which has been undergoing under the most inhumane, degrading, and undignified conditions. As a matter of the fact, my protest has now passed over 34 months, and I'm also undocumented for over 23 months, and have run out of funds, not living my own life and barely surviving. So far, all my attempts of trying to reach the UNHCR's office have only resulted in extra and totally unjust and unfair punishments, such as hours and days of illegal detention, trials after trials in the court of Athens, and practical imprisonment in 5 prison facilities, not to mention all the physical assaults I have suffered at the hands of the guards of the UNHCR's building, the people inside the building, the employees of the organization, and also the Hellenic police. Yet, still I do not know whether I have a case with UNHCR or not, and whether this organization is finally going to respond to this extremely erosive issue or not. Although the Greek state and UNHCR have successfully fooled me once, and have also been trying to deceive the rest of the world as well by covering up my case and forcing me into silence while colluding with everyone else and plotting for my failure and pretending that this is the way it should be, but I will stronger than ever will tell you, no, you do not own me. I am not your slave. You do not get to decide for my life. You have no rights and cannot force me to stay in a place where no protection of any kind is available to me, and this oppression must stop now. You must also apologize and compensate me for the amount of immeasurable and irreparable damages unjustifiably inflicted on my life, and also facilitate my resettlement in another country, which is why I had once again proposed this urgent meeting. If UNHCR is processing my case for resettlement, then in an act of goodwill, you are kindly asked to disclose my case number, its current status, and please also provide me with the contact details of the handler of my case. Alternatively, you are kindly urged to consider resolving this exhausting matter by acting on one of the following feasible propositions. First, issue an official letter that explains UNHCR's reasons for denying me entry to its building, and also include clear information and instructions about which office of the UN Refugee Agency UNHCR and in where would be the best office to handle my case and my resettlement request, and why. You are also asked to coordinate a safe and immediate transition to that office. Second, coordinate a meeting between delegates of one of the following countries: Canada, US, or Australia, in order to negotiate a safe passage and my rights to settle in one of these countries. UNHCR may also issue a public appeal addressed to the asylum and immigration authorities of the above-mentioned countries in order to encourage them to consider granting me asylum, or alternatively to accept the refugee resettlement application from me without a resettlement referral from UNHCR's office. My message to UNHCR is loud and clear, as it always has been. Stop hindering and damaging my life any further. Stop starving me to death. Durable solution: accommodation and nutrition. I have suffered enough at the hands of Iran's evil regime and the government of mafia in northern Iraq, KRG. Enough of Europe's and United Nations oppression. You will be held accountable for any harm comes to me resulting from this utterly inhumane, unethical, and illegal treatment. End this torment now. Yours respectfully, Anwar, Nillufary. Today's date is Thursday, February 6, 2020.